Hey, what's up, Smashers? I wasn't planning on making a part 3 to my How to Practice series, but there was a lot of demand in the comments for a bit more clarity on putting these ideas into your actual Smash Bros training and about the first stage of competence. In the first two parts, I detailed how you want to strictly focus on one subskill at a time, and then take that through the 4 stages of competence. But the first stage of competence is unconscious incompetence, implying that you're bad at something but don't even realize it. This means that to pick your focus, you might have to discover new subskills. Now, I'm sure there are subskills that you're bad at that you're aware of, so in those cases, you've already passed the first stage of competence. But if you're hitting a plateau, it's likely because you're blind to your incompetencies, so you can't even fix them. A friend of mine fell into this trap very hard. He couldn't find anything bad with his play, but what he was able to find were advanced techniques from YouTube videos. He plateaued from what I like to call advanced technique syndrome. Now, I said this in the past, but before you start wave dashing all over Randall, you want to find your weak points in your more relevant and general skill. Don't assume there are no weak points just because you don't see them. So briefly, here's how I recommend you find these incompetencies. I say you should watch competitive players who are better than you, and preferably who play your character, or even watch players who are on your level. It's very easy to be stuck in your own way of thinking. So, to discover your unconscious incompetencies, you need to be inspired. You need an eye-opener. The best way to achieve this isn't just to watch top players, but watch them with an extremely open mind. Constantly follow their play and ask yourself, is that something I would have thought to do? If you want to work on having an open mind, please refer to my past videos covering the beginner's mind. So, to end off this 3-part series, I want to go through exactly how I recently applied all of this with a new incompetency I discovered in my play in Smash Ultimate. This incompetency was using air dodge as a recovery to the ledge. I discovered this subskill by being inspired not by a top player I was watching, but by the player I was fighting against. He was Snake and he was making great use of air dodging to the ledge so that I couldn't edge guard him. I went into training mode to get this subskill to the level of conscious competence. After that, I needed to deliberately focus on implementing this technique until it was built into my unconscious. I went into Wi-Fi focusing on just recovering like this whenever I got hit off stage and wasn't forced to up B. Quickly, I found the opportunity to make use of this didn't present itself often. Now, this makes it harder to take to the stage of unconscious competence. So to speed up the process, I started playing as Snake, who could air dodge right out of his up special, letting me make use of this very often. Of course, it's not an exact one-to-one on how to use it as Snake to Donkey Kong, but after mastering it as Snake, it gave me such a natural feel that I instinctually know how and when to use it even as Donkey Kong. But it really took many games where my one focus was just to get that air dodge to the ledge until I reached that state. With that being said, this wraps up my 3-part How to Practice series. If you still feel I left something out, please let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the series, please hit that DK thumbs up and spank that subscribe button if you haven't already. Have a swell evening, guys, and I'll see you next time.